Tori and Zach Roloff, well known for their roles on the reality TV show Little People of America, have built a life centered around family, resilience, and advocacy. As parents to 3 children, Macy, Ella, and Sullivan, the couple has always been open about the challenges and triumphs that come with raising a family in the public eye. Tori, who was born with short-limb dwarfism, and Zach, who also has dwarfism, have used their platform to educate others while navigating the everyday experiences of parenthood. However, despite their efforts to provide a stable and loving environment, they face a difficult reality. None of their children inherited dwarfism, meaning they must prepare them for a world that may not fully understand their unique family background. In recent interviews, Tori and Zach have opened up about the emotional complexities of parenting children without dwarfism. While they are grateful for their children's health, they acknowledge the inevitable challenges that come with being part of a mixed-height family. Their kids will grow up in a society where differences in stature often lead to curiosity, misunderstanding, or even discrimination. This reality has prompted the Roloffs to think carefully about how to instill confidence, awareness, and resilience in their children from an early age. As they continue to share their journey, they hope to shed light on the broader conversation surrounding diversity, acceptance, and the importance of embracing individuality within families. Raising children without dwarfism presents a unique set of emotional and psychological challenges for Tori and Zach. While they deeply love their children and celebrate their individuality, there is an undeniable sense of complexity in knowing their kids will experience life differently than they do. Tori has spoken openly about the bittersweet emotions tied to this reality. On one hand, she's relieved that her children won't face the same physical and societal obstacles she has encountered throughout her life. On the other, she worries about how they will perceive their identity as part of a family where dwarfism is a defining trait. Without personally experiencing the realities of living with dwarfism, Macy, Ella, and Sullivan may struggle to fully grasp the nuances of their parents' lived experiences, potentially leading to feelings of distance or confusion as they grow older. Zach, too, has reflected on the emotional weight of watching his children navigate a world that differs significantly from his own. He acknowledges that while he wants nothing more than for his kids to live happy, fulfilling lives, there is an underlying sadness in knowing they may never fully understand the specific challenges he and Tori have faced. This generational gap in perspective can create moments of tension, particularly when it comes to discussions about disability, privilege, and social expectations. The Roloffs recognize that their children will inevitably encounter questions from peers, strangers, and even extended family members about why their parents look different. These interactions, though often innocent in intent, can be emotionally taxing for both the children and their parents, requiring ongoing conversations about self-acceptance, empathy, and the importance of standing up for oneself and others. Tori and Zach are determined to equip their children with the tools needed to navigate a world that may not always be accepting of differences. From an early age, they emphasize the importance of empathy, resilience, and self-awareness, ensuring that Macy, Ella, and Sullivan understand that diversity extends beyond physical appearance. By fostering open dialogue about their family's unique circumstances, the Roloffs aim to cultivate a strong sense of identity in their children, helping them embrace their role in a mixed-height household without feeling burdened by it. They encourage their kids to ask questions, express their emotions, and engage in meaningful conversations about fairness, inclusion, and respect for all individuals regardless of stature or ability. Beyond verbal discussions, the Roloffs incorporate real-life experiences to reinforce these values. Whether through exposure to diverse communities, participation in disability advocacy events, or simply engaging with friends and family who represent a range of backgrounds, they ensure their children grow up surrounded by perspectives that challenge societal norms. Additionally, they model resilience by sharing personal stories of overcoming adversity, teaching their kids that strength comes from embracing challenges rather than shying away from them. Through these combined efforts, Tori and Zach strive to raise confident, compassionate individuals who not only understand their family story, but also actively contribute to a more inclusive world as influential figures in the Little People community. Tori and Zach use their public platform to advocate for inclusivity and understanding beyond their immediate family. Through social media, speaking engagements, and their continued presence in the entertainment industry, they work to dismantle misconceptions about dwarfism while emphasizing the importance of representation and accessibility. Their advocacy extends beyond their personal experiences, shedding light on the broader challenges faced by individuals with disabilities and their families. By sharing their journey openly, they hope to inspire others to embrace diversity and challenge societal norms that often marginalize those who appear different. One of the ways they contribute to the Little People community is by supporting organizations such as Little People of America, which provides resources, networking opportunities, and educational initiatives for individuals with dwarfism and their loved ones. Tori and Zach frequently participate in LPA events, offering mentorship to young adults and parents navigating similar journeys. They also collaborate with disability rights groups to promote policy changes that improve accessibility in public spaces, healthcare, and education. Their commitment to advocacy ensures that their influence reaches far beyond their own household, reinforcing the message that difference should be celebrated rather than stigmatized. By sharing their family's journey, Tori and Zach Roloff hope to inspire others to embrace vulnerability, foster understanding, and challenge societal perceptions of difference. Their openness about the complexities of raising children without dwarfism highlights the emotional depth of parenting in a mixed-height family, encouraging others to engage in honest conversations about identity, acceptance, and resilience. Rather than shying away from difficult topics, the Roloffs use their platform to normalize discussions about disability, privilege, and the importance of empathy across generations. In doing so, they not only strengthen their own family bonds, but also contribute to a broader cultural shift toward inclusivity and compassion. Their willingness to be transparent about both the joys and struggles of their parenting journey resonates with audiences beyond the Little People community. Many parents, regardless of stature, can relate to the desire to protect their children while preparing them for a world that may not always be kind. By sharing their experiences, Tori and Zach offer reassurance to others navigating similar paths, reminding them that it is okay to feel conflicted, to seek support, and to celebrate individuality within the family unit. Ultimately, their story serves as a powerful testament to the strength found in authenticity, proving that true connection begins with honesty and a commitment to understanding one another's unique experiences. For the second time in recent years, Matt Roloff, the beloved patriarch of TLC's long-running reality series, has put his iconic family farm on the market for $2.5 million. The listing marks a significant moment not only for Roloff personally, but also for fans of the show who have followed the ups and downs of the Roloff family over more than a decade of television. The 14-acre property located just outside Hillsboro, Oregon, became synonymous with the Roloffs during the show's 11-season run from 2006 to 2017. It served as both a backdrop for daily life and a central character in the family's story, a place where joy, conflict, growth, and change played out in real time. Now, after several years since the show ended amid personal transitions, Roloff appears ready to move on from a land that helped define his legacy. Matt Roloff, who was born with dwarfism due to a rare form of osteogenesis imperfecta, built a life centered around agriculture and family. He met his ex-wife Amy Roloff while working at a pumpkin patch in Michigan, and together they eventually relocated to Oregon, where they purchased the now famous 14-acre property in the late 1980s. What began as a quiet farming operation soon evolved into something much larger when their lives were thrust into the spotlight with the debut. The show chronicled the family's journey as parents raising 4 children: Zach, Jeremy, Molly, and Jacob, each of whom also inherited dwarfism. Over the years, the Roloff farm became a symbol of resilience, independence, and familial love. Viewers watched the kids grow up, attend school, navigate relationships, and eventually leave home, all while the family continued to manage the agricultural side of the business. At its peak, the farm operated as a successful agritourism destination, offering pumpkin patches, hay rides, and other seasonal events that drew crowds from across the Pacific Northwest. The combination of rural charm, entrepreneurial spirit, and candid storytelling made Little People, Big World one of TLC's most enduring shows. In 2017, after more than a decade on air, the Roloffs announced that Little People, Big World would come to an end. While the show had brought the family fame and financial success, it also exposed them to public scrutiny and internal tensions that would later play out in very public ways. In the years following the series' finale, the Roloffs faced legal disputes, emotional rifts, and media controversies that further distanced them from the idyllic image once portrayed on television. Against this backdrop, Roloff first listed the family farm for sale in 2021, asking $2.6 million. However, the property did not sell at that price point, prompting a revaluation and relisting in early 2025 at $2.5 million. The drop in asking price may reflect both shifting real estate dynamics in the Portland metro area and a more realistic assessment of the property's market value given its unique nature. While the Roloff name undoubtedly adds a layer of intrigue for potential buyers, the property itself is also notable for its location and features. Situated in Washington County, Oregon, a region known for its fertile soil and growing suburban development, the land holds potential for agricultural use, residential development, or even commercial conversion depending on zoning regulations and buyer enter the farmhouse, which viewers grew intimately familiar with through the show, includes 5 bedrooms and 4 bathrooms spread across approximately 3,800 square feet. Outbuildings include barns, equipment storage structures, and other agricultural facilities that speak to the property's history as a working farm. Much of the original landscaping and architectural style remains intact, preserving the essence of what fans saw on screen. Roloff, now in his early 70s, has spoken publicly in past interviews about the physical toll of managing a farm and the desire to downsize in his later years. In addition to age-related considerations, there are also practical and emotional factors at play. Following his divorce from Amy Roloff in 2016, a split that was widely covered in tabloids and entertainment news outlets, Roloff found himself navigating life independently. While he remained connected to the farm for several years after the divorce, he eventually moved into a smaller home nearby, leaving the main farmhouse largely unoccupied. There have also been reports of ongoing disagreements between Roloff and some of his adult children regarding the future of the property. These tensions reportedly contributed to the initial decision to sell, as well as the eventual relisting after no deal materialized in 2021. From a business perspective, the farm no longer operates as it once did. Agritourism events have become less frequent, and the economic model that sustained the Roloff family during the height of the show's popularity has shifted. Without the constant revenue stream from television appearances or large-scale events, maintaining a sprawling property like this becomes increasingly burdensome. Properties tied to celebrities often generate buzz, but turning that interest into a sale can be tricky. While some fans might dream of living in the Roloff farmhouse, the reality is that buying a celebrity-owned home comes with its own set of challenges. First, there's the issue of privacy. The Roloff farm is well known not just locally but nationally, thanks to its presence on television. For a private buyer, the attention could be unwelcome or disruptive. Second, there's the matter of preservation versus renovation. Some buyers may want to maintain the home exactly as it appeared on Little People, Big World, while others may see it as an opportunity to modernize or repurpose the space entirely. Real estate agents handling the sale have emphasized the property's versatility. Whether someone wants to continue farming, build a luxury estate, or convert part of the land for commercial use, the possibilities are wide-ranging. However, any major changes would likely require navigating local zoning laws and community input, particularly in a semi-rural area where neighbors tend to know each other and voice opinions. Another factor influencing the sale is the broader real estate market in Oregon. Housing prices in the Portland metropolitan area have seen steady appreciation over the past decade, making properties like this attractive to investors. At the same time, inventory remains tight, especially for larger parcels of land within commuting distance of major employment centers. Despite these favorable conditions, selling a high-profile property isn't always straightforward. Buyers must weigh sentimental value against practical considerations, and not everyone is willing to pay a premium simply because a house was featured on TV. As Roloff prepares for the next chapter of his life, many wonder how he'll spend his time post-sale. Known for his passion for agriculture, he has previously expressed interest in continuing to work with plants and soil in some capacity, albeit on a smaller scale. He has also maintained a presence in the entertainment world, appearing in various reunion specials and spin-off content related to Little People, big world. Additionally, Roloff has used social media to connect directly with fans, sharing updates about his life, health, and occasional reflections on the past. Some speculate that selling the farm will give Roloff more freedom to travel, pursue new hobbies, or simply enjoy retirement without the responsibilities of property ownership. Others believe it represents a symbolic closing of a chapter 1 that was filled with both triumph and hardship, but ultimately defined a generation of reality television. Regardless of the outcome, the Roloff farm remains a piece of television history. Whether it sells quickly or lingers on the market for months, the property will forever be associated with a family that captured hearts across America. Matt Roloff's decision to relist the family farm for $2.5 million signals both an end and a beginning. For fans of Little People, Big World evokes nostalgia for simpler times and a reminder of how deeply intertwined the Roloffs' lives became with those watching from home. For Roloff himself, it represents a practical step towards simplifying his life and embracing whatever comes next. As the listing gains traction and potential buyers begin touring the property, the question remains, will someone step forward to preserve this piece of Americana and pop culture? Or the Roloff farm be transformed into something entirely new, leaving behind the echoes of a family whose story touched millions? Only time will tell. But for now, the Roloff farmhouse stands as a testament to perseverance, love, and the ever-evolving nature of family both on screen and off.